Hey there, we are playing game number 16. It's May 4th, 1976. We are at Anaheim Stadium in California. It's our Yankee replay, our 76 Yankee replay. The first set, or the first tabletop game season I ever played. And it's going to be Doc Ellis versus Frank Tanana. It's a 1-0 score here in the top of the sixth, and the Yankees have the top of the order. We're going to start off with Mick the Quick Rivers. And that's an 8 against an A pitcher. It's going to be an out. Pop up to the left side. Third baseman Chalk is there. One away. Rivers is now 0 for 3. Next is Roy White. He's 0 for 2. And that's a 53. That's going to be a 17. And a 17, the right fielder is a 2. Bonds is playing right field. So he's a 2. A 17 is a single to right. But a ball Bonds just doesn't get to. So White is on with a single. Next is going to be Thurman Munson. We're going to try the hit and run, something we don't do very often, but against Tanana we're going to try. 22 is going to be a 7. That may actually take a single away from him. We'll see what happens. Hit and run with a runner on first. 7, single to right against an 8 pitcher. It's 26 below, which is a ground out to the second baseman. So it's a ball that Remy gets to. Throws out Munson, but White moves to second. There's 2 outs now. So the tying run is at second base here in the top of the sixth, and it's going to be Chris Chambliss. And that ball is going to be driven. So Chambliss, a lefty off Tanana, a lefty, gets a hold of one and drives it for a double. Rolls all the way to the wall. Coming around to score is going to be Roy White. So the game is tied, and Chambliss is on second with an RBI double, a 2-out RBI double for Chris Chambliss. Ties the game at 1 apiece in the top of the sixth against Frank Kellogg's Tanana. And it's a ground ball hit right at the shortstop. Ramirez over to first. That's the 3rd out, but the Yanks pick up 1 run on 2 hits. And after 5.5, it's 1-1 the score. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's going to be Melton Bochy or Bruce Bochy and Torres. So it's going to be Melton. And it's going to be a ground ball to the 3rd baseman, Nettles. 1 away. Bruce Bochy. Took me a couple of tries to get that name right. And that's going to be lifted to center. And that's going to drop in right in front of Rivers. So Bruce Bochy is on with a single. It's going to be Torres next. And that's going to be a ground ball hit right at the second baseman, Randolph. He flips to Stanley, back to Chambliss. 4-6-3 double play, and the Yanks are out of the inning. So in the top of the 7th, it's still 1-1. So Ellis induces a double play ball to get out of that inning. It's going to be Otto Velez, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be swing and a miss, strike 3. That is Tanana's 8th strikeout. Nettles is up next, and that's going to be a 51-9. Against an A pitcher. It's a ground ball hit right at the shortstop. Ramirez over to Bochy. Or Bochy. 2 away. Bruce Bochy. Randolph. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 9th strikeout for Tanana, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 7th. So 1-1 the score. Bottom of the 7th for the Angels, Chalk, Herman, and Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Dave Chalk from Del Rio, Texas, place where I lived for a while. And he grounds one right at Randolph. 1 away. Also, Larvell Blanks was from Del Rio. I wonder if those two played together. It's very interesting. And that's a ground ball hit right at the shortstop, Stanley, and he boots it. So Herman is on. And it's going to be Ramirez. And Ramirez. It's one hard on the ground right at Nettles at 3rd. Over to second goes Herman, but that's the 2nd out. And with Herman on at second, it's going to be Collins. And Herman's going to be hustling home, even though he's an S. See what happens here. California Angels at Anaheim. And that's going to be a ground ball hit right at the shortstop. Stanley throws out Collins for the third out. We go to the top of the eighth. It's 1-1 the score. It's going to be Chicken Stanley. And that's going to be a line drive base hit for Chicken Stanley. He's 1 for 3. Rivers is going to bunt him over to second. And that's going to be a 15. Don't know what that's going to be. I got to look that one up. 15 is a hit by pitch. So Rivers is hit by the pitch. First and second now. Both benches are going to be warned. And it's going to be Roy White. He's going to bunt. And that's a 14. First and second, a 14 is ball 2. Tanana's a Z. He's bunting again, a 26. Should be a good bunt. 26, and it is. Both runners move up. Sacrificed by White. And now second and third with Munson. And Munson's going to get walked. He's 2 for 3. Intentional walk. We're going to roll for him. Let's throw a dive for Munson. Then he's going to face Chambliss with the infield in. It's going to be Chambliss with the infield in. Bases loaded. Oh, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Chambliss. That's the 10th strikeout for Tanana and the second out of the inning. Next is going to be Lou Piniella. Lou Piniella is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Infield is back now. That's going to be ball 2. Here it is again, and that's going to be a comebacker, right? Oh no, it's maybe actually maybe a strikeout. 29, and it is strike 3, 11th strikeout. So Tanana gets out of that jam here in the top of the 8th, and it's 1-1 going to the bottom of the 8th. And it's going to be Remy, Bonds, and Melton. Remy, Bonds, and Melton. Doc Ellis. And that's going to be for extra bases for sure. Remy has potential to stretch it into a triple. No, it's going to be a line drive base hit single. It's played well in the outfield. I thought it was going to go for more than that. And there goes Remy. Steals second. So Remy's on at second. It's going to be Bobby Bonds now. Bobby Bonds homered for the only California run of the game. And that's a 35. That's going to be a 40. We run around second. That's going to be interesting. A 40 is going to be a fly ball right field, runner to third on catch. Okay, so fly ball. And tagging up is going to be Remy. Uses his speed to get to third. 1 out. Runner on third is going to be Bill Melton. Infield's going to be in for the Yanks. And that's going to be extra bases, potentially. Let's see. But that's lined. That's hammered. And that's hammered, and that's gone. That's gone. He got a hold of that. Bill Melton drove that one. And the Angels lead at 3-1 now. 2-run home run by Bill Melton. And it's going to be Bruce Bochy. 3-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Oh, that was almost another one right there. That's going to be a ground ball right at Nettles for out number 2. It's going to be Rusty Torres, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3. And it's going to be line base hit for Torres. Torres on at first. Dave Chalk from Del Rio, Texas. Lived in Del Rio for about 8 years. And he's going to hit a double. That's going to go all the way to the wall. And Torres, who is fast, is going to score. RBI double for Dave Chalk. And next is going to be Ed Herman. Oh my goodness. And that's potential extra bases. And that's going to be a double off the wall. Around to score is Chalk. RBI double for Herman. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 5-1 lead now, and it's Ramirez. I think that's there's movement in the Yank bullpen. 63. That's a ball lifted to right field, and right field is Velez for the third out. But the Angels pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 on 5 hits, and they lead at 5-1 going to the top of the ninth. In the top of the ninth, it's going to be Velez, Nettles, and Randolph. Here's the pitch from Frank Tanana. It's a ground ball right to the shortstop. Ramirez, 1 away. Nettles is up next. And that's ball 4. So Nettles manages a walk against Tanana. So Willie Randolph, and that's a ground ball right at second baseman. Back to first, not in time. So Randolph is on a fielder's choice. 2 away now. And it's going to be Fred Stanley. And that's a ball hit right back up to swung on and missed, strike 3, the 12th strikeout for Tanana. So Tanana pitches a masterpiece. 2-hitter, 3-hitter, 4-hitter, 5-hitter. 5-hitter for Frank Tanana. He gets the win. Goes the complete game, gives him only 1 run. The run scored on a double by Chambliss. And he walks, Tanana walks, strikes out 12. Because of no home runs, he walks 1, 2, 3, walks 3. And the loss goes to Doc Ellis. Doc Ellis pitched the 9 complete innings, and he gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits, 5 runs. I have him for 5 earned runs. He walked 1, 2, 3, and he struck out none. Gave up 2 home runs, 1 to Melton and 1 to Bonds. He gets the loss for the Yanks, and the Yanks fall to 10-6. And that's all she wrote for May 4th. It's a 3-game series, I believe, with the Angels. Let me double check that. So we're going to see Nolan Ryan in this setup, in this series. Yeah, it's a 3-game series at Anaheim. And then the Yanks go to Oakland, and then they go back home. So we have a West Coast trip here for the Yanks in 76. But I'm getting a feeling that I'm going to move back to the Mets 2016 series using Strat. Been playing a lot of APBA, so I'm going to take a little break. I don't want to burn myself out. Got a lot of teams out. It's a pretty good series. I got to get some stats. I'm keeping stats like on about 10 players here. But I'm in the mood for Strat again. I want to get into the rhythm with Strat. This is going pretty fast. I played 2 games, I think in about an hour with APBA. That's the one thing that you can do with APBA. So anyway, this is the 16th game. Yanks lose. Doc Ellis takes the loss, goes to complete game. And that's all she wrote. So I'm signing off right now. Take care now.